What are you doing back there, Ed?
Washing the bumper so we can get her squirted with some pine.
Alright, welcome back to the channel. So I want to show y'all a thing real fast. So we've went over in this on this channel before of how to melt areas when you're melting in a panel and you don't want to go all the way, such as if you're just painting this front half of this pillar right here and you don't want to paint the whole quarter panel. I want to show you what a failed one looks like real fast. That way you know what to look for if you're buying a used car or if somebody's trying to sell you on a job of doing a melt. I want you to know what to look out for. All right, so if you had damage in here on just this pillar, you would technically need to paint all the way up and over and the whole entire quarter panel, because you can't just stop paint across an area that don't break. So the paint on the quarter would stop here. You could go all the way around, you could go down here, and your dog leg actually would have to also go all the way down, and it'd have to go across the whole entire rocker all the way up front, because there's no stopping point. So your next stopping point in your rocker is right here. So if you had one damaged spot right here, to do this correctly, all of this quarter, everything would need to be painted. So what they often try to sell you on is melting it in. Melting it in is where they just paint. Let's say you got scratches all right here, so they just paint to right here and then they melt it. So and it's a process. I've showed a couple times on this channel how to do melts, but I want to show you what you're getting when you're talking 3, 4, 5, 6 years down the road and the melt starts to fail. So what a melt is where you do your paint to, let's say, here. So you're getting color to here. Well, let's start with primer. If your damage is here, you're getting primer to here, color to somewhere in here, clear coat into here, and then it's getting scuffed with 3000 all the way up to here, and then it's getting like a hot reducer mix basically sprayed on it to actually chemically melt everything in, since there's no stopping point, and then it gets buffed over. So when that edge always will fail, it's just a matter of how long. So here's what it looks like when it starts to fail, and the camera's actually being hard to pick up, but you can see it right here. Okay, so this paint right here, the condition of that matches the condition of all this. Here's another melt. This paint right here, let me find where it stops, right here, does not match, and you can even see it in the camera. This color and sheen does not match this or this. So that is going to be your new paint. Somebody has painted just this top, and it could have been somebody was trying to pry open the door to get in it, tore it all up, and then some used car lot, or maybe the owner or whatever, at some point in its life, for some reason they decided to melt this in instead of painting it all. So there's what it looks like. I'm gonna get the camera to focus. Okay, I think you can kind of see it really good where it's melted in. Okay, and then if we come to this end, let's see here, right here, you can see, we can get it to focus right there where the other end of the melt stops. Now when you first do this job, you'll buff across the whole thing and it'll look amazing and the customer will be happy. But the problem is then the customer is stuck with this years down the road or whatever, and when it starts to come back. So while I had one in the shop failing and able to show you what a failed melt looks like, I want to go ahead and show you. So if you have anything like this on your vehicle that looks like it was literally only painted in a certain area, then it could have either been wrecked or damaged at some point. Even if it is a clean title and the Carfax shows that there is no accidents, it still could have been done on a car lot and never reported. So sometimes you'll have, or commonly, you'll have a melt going across the quarter in here because they wanted to paint the quarter, but they for some reason didn't want to paint this little tiny strip. And we never understand that. When we're doing flip cars, we always just Scotch Brite and just go ahead and rock and roll the whole thing. I'd rather do a tape job over the seals and paint all of that, and have that tape line that you can't see when the doors are closed and you can't see unless you're looking really close, than to send out of here a melt that's going to fail down the road. Now there are situations on this channel where we have done melts, and I've showed you how to do melts. I think it was a Nissan Frontier video. We melted it, but I had my reasons on that job why I chose to melt it. So it's not like something you always do, but it does have its spot. And you can see this one's got scratches all down it. So we're gonna run a buffer over this car before we get this car back and get this car done, to send it out the door. But I just wanted to show y'all real fast what a failed melt looks like. So keep your eyes open on your vehicle for signs of previous work that has been done. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Thanks, y'all.